Broadcasting to you from the heart of northern Minnesota, you are watching the Roger Radio Show. I am Roger Radio.
You know, he just done Levity of the Intermission group.
Cheers. Another week in the books. Who could fucking ask for it? Oh, my can just skeeted all over my desk. God damn it. Get the old glass out. Gotta make sure it's not fizzing too much. You know how you gotta pour these stouts, right? Oh yeah. You gotta do it very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. I think you already drank yours, right?
Yeah, too late. Cheers, though.
Oh, okay, I got you, man. Ah! Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we all get into this right now, obviously there's one thing I gotta bring up. So, Aegis, apparently it turns out Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is a taco.
Is a taco.
Did you see that meme?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, my mom, I just was talking to her on the phone, and I mentioned that, and she's gonna look at it. Jimmy Kimmel made like a song. It sounds like, you know, the song Macho Man, but instead it's Taco Man. I wonder if I would get in trouble for using that, because now I want to use that song. I don't know why, man, you know? It's funny as hell, man. But, all right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I got a spam call. Fuck you, I'm not answering that.
No, but so Donald Trump was like, Sleepy Joe, fucking, you know, all the shit he talked about them. Then as soon as they call him a taco, is like, my feelings.
Like, hey, you gotta take it or leave it, man. Heck, I even, all I just did is I posted on Threads, which is my social media. Go follow me there, ladies and gentlemen. And all I just said was taco, period. Hashtag Donald Trump. And then I responded to a comment where it said, it was a gif of Beavis and Butthead eating tacos when they went down to Mexico to get illegal fireworks. It was one of the earlier episodes that I'm sure you've watched. Because I know how much of a Beavis and Butthead guy you became since I ended up corrupting you by showing you that.
It's a funny show. It's a really funny show.
Yeah, it is. I know that in the future we'll be doing a movie review of that on the Intermission group channel. I don't know when it'll be, folks. I want to get the Beavis and Butthead shirts before we do that, you know, to fit in with the theme. But be sure to go subscribe to the Intermission group, and we'll see what we can do with that.
And just for those watching, I'm not doing chew. I'm just eating sunflower seeds.
No. You're not chewing or eating sunflower seeds. You're eating chew that's covered with sunflower seeds, or the other way around. I don't know anymore. All right, folks. So now that that's all done, before we get into today's topic, our question of the podcast is: if you were to be sentenced to life in prison with hard labor, what would your theme song be for that?
Some Johnny Cash, either Folsom Prison Blues or was it like 15 tons, 16 tons? I can't fucking remember.
I've never even heard of that one. Folsom Prison Blues. You gotta give credit where credit's due, man. You know, that's a good song. That was one of his earlier greats right there, man.
It was like, you load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt.
I think I've heard of that song, but I don't fucking remember who it was. Me, dude?
Yeah. Johnny Cash covered that song, but it was someone else originally. I can't remember whom.
Yeah, we'll probably look at it when we get time, but me, dude? The Animals, House of a Rising Sun. It's such an appropriate song, and every time when there's like prison shit going on or whatever, that song's always playing in the background. I'm surprised they never even played it on Shawshank Redemption at all.
They didn't really play any songs on there.
Well, if they had a soundtrack, would that have been a perfect song to add?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we were going to do an album review for this podcast, but we decided to take a break from that because there was something else big that happened earlier this week, and that was none other than the American Music Awards.
Uh,
And this year was held on May 26th of this year, which will be a few days ago. It was at the Blue Live Theater at the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas in Winchester, Nevada, and it was hosted by none other than Jennifer Lopez, who, in my opinion, is she's a great musician, but her marriage to Ben Affleck was like one of the most fucking overhyped, overdid shit.
excuse
Just
me.
like with the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce relationship. Too fucking overhyped and all that. J-Lo and Ben Affleck are no longer together, obviously, but at the time it was just too fucking overhyped. And I watch a lot of Entertainment Tonight, and all I kept seeing is fucking news after news after news of what they were doing doing whatever, dude. And that's what fucking killed it for me, dude. It fucking killed me because of that overdoing of the relationship, dude. And God fucking damn it, people. But yeah, Aegis, I know you got a whole lot of shit that you want to say about the AMAs.
So honestly, in some ways, it was even worse than the fucking Grammys. Not gonna lie.
I mean, there is, it's like fucking A, dude. Like with some of the categories that I was looking at, dude, I was happy with some of them, but there were some of them that I was fucking pissed off with. And people, I'm just telling you right now, some of my most legendary rages are gonna come. Probably gonna be to the point where my microphone gets blown off. But I want to try and be careful with all the loud noise because I've gotten enough noise complaints here in my apartment. So I'm going to try and keep my cool as best as I can. But just one quick timeout. But, oh yeah, folks, before we continue on, or actually, I'll wait till the end of this podcast to tell you the other announcement and update that we're going to have here. But I'm not going to fully announce it yet. So, okay, so taking a look at this, the most wins is by none other than Billie Eilish. I think that's how you
Billie
pronounce her last name.
Eyelash.
Yeah,
I always,
Eyelash.
I always call her Billie Eyelash.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
listen.
she's not
What's that?
really that bad, but she's not that good either.
Yeah, it's very tough for me to say. Like I don't listen to a lot of her music, but I have listened to a couple of her songs on her newest album that came out a while back, and I thought some of the songs were rather good. I mean, like I said, I'm not much
Honestly,
of a pop music kind of person, but you it is what it is kind of thing. Like it. You just look at some stuff and you're like, meh.
yeah, that was my exact thoughts. And I was like, most of the songs on her new album I didn't like at all, but there were a couple that were like, yeah, it's all right, I guess,
Yeah, like I said, it's not.
Especially her song that won awards, Birds of a Feather.
Yeah, I
It
did.
was all right, but I don't know. It's the best songs and the best artists aren't recognized these days.
Yeah, good. The one thing that pisses me off mostly is that we are in a day and age where there is pop music is way apparently more popular than everything else, like adult contemporary stuff, dude. And motherfucker, when you listen to some of the radio stations today, dude, a lot of the adult contemporary stuff, they play stuff that's very, very inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to the lyrics closely, it's like fucking subliminal messages that fucking Disney films and kid shows do. You know?
Want to hear the one thing I did like about the fucking AMAs?
What's that?
Taylor Swift didn't win shit.
Yeah, that one, that I can agree with you on, man. Now, to continue on, the most nominations was by my boy Kendrick Lamar, dude. My man, the guy who fucking destroyed Drake, who ruined Drake's career and exposed him for the monster that he fucking is. Or maybe he's kind of predicted it, but I feel that Drake's downfall will come soon. I guarantee it. Alrighty, so we're gonna obviously not read some of the background shit right here because there's too much here. Instead, we are gonna start with the people who performed at the AMAs. And there was a lot of people who did perform here. Like, we'll start with obviously Jennifer Lopez, J Lo as she's called. Did you ever you don't watch South Park, do you?
No,
There was
I
like
know
a
why, because it sounds like something I'd like too.
oh no, dude. Some of their older stuff was pretty good, but their newer stuff just ain't good. It's their newer stuff's way too PC. But there was an episode like on
Yeah.
season 7 where they made fun of Jennifer Lopez, but instead, my boy Eric Cartman just drew her face like in his hand and made her talk like this, you know?
Hmm.
And I don't know, man, but like I said, dude, she's just too fucking overdone. Too overrated because of her former marriage to Ben Affleck, you know? So, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're just reading off who the performers are, and we're not gonna really read off the songs they did. So next up, we got
Especially for Jennifer Lopez, because she did a lot of fucking songs.
holy shit. She was the one who hosted the AMA. So what do you expect with her, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she did it all in one session or if she did it like in what like throughout the show, you know, like in parts and bits.
Yeah, I know. I didn't fucking actually watch the fucking AMAs.
Hey, I haven't either, man. So next up, for one of the other performers, we have, of course, Blake
Blake
Shelton,
Shelton.
who is dude, his country, his music. He's not exactly one of my favorite country artists, dude. But there are some songs that he plays that I really love. You
Okay.
know, for me, dude, honestly, like he is too fucking overplayed or also or overrated because of his marriage to Gwen Stefani, who both of them just so happen to be co-hosts of the show The Voice. That's how they started dating in the first place, was because they were
Yeah.
co-hosting fucking The Voice. Like like Adam Levine, who's the frontman for Maroon 5, is also a co-host on there, and he obviously knows a lot of info about what they were up to. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have Benson Boone, and I don't know much about him, but from what I'm looking at, he actually was a contestant on the show American Idol.
Yeah, I had honestly before this I'd never heard of Benson Boone.
Yeah. So I really don't know how much more I can tell you. But the next one that we have right here, Lainey Wilson, dude. Oh my god, dude, she is really fantastic. I don't know how many of her songs that I've played on my shows, but they were really good. And then, not to mention my friend Jim, he actually went out to California to actually go see her perform live. Like, he was so dead set on going to see her, and he got to. And I was like, what, you buying yourself some souvenirs and you didn't even bring me back a single fucking t-shirt? What's wrong with you? You know?
We got Lainey Wilson.
Yep. That was who I just said, you know.
Oh yeah, my bad. So Gwen Stefani then.
Yep. And obviously, like I said, she's too fucking overrated because of her marriage to Blake Shelton. Um, No, but there's one song that she did perform that I'll just quickly say, and it's "Holla Back Girl." And oh my god, dude, the fucking song is
Such an
so,
annoying song.
dude, that song is so ingrained into my brain because it was part of my childhood, unfortunately. So,
I wish I had never even heard that song in the first place. It's so bad.
yeah, I mean, me, dude. I mean, it's one of those songs that I will only listen to like once in a while, kind of thing. Not in a while, but more like a long while. Well, and
It's
I'm
just
not.
a song that I never listened to.
And next up, we got none other than Mrs. Nipplegate herself, Janet Jackson. Have you never heard of that?
Never heard of Janet Jackson.
She's the sister of Michael Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And she's also the subject of what is considered one of the most controversial moments. And if it wasn't for that controversial moment, YouTube would not exist right now.
Really?
She was performing in the Super Bowl halftime show with Justin Timberlake, and there was a wardrobe malfunction to where Timberlake accidentally ripped a part of her brassiere off and her nipple was exposed. And one of the guys who helped create YouTube, he wanted to find a replay of that but couldn't, so they created YouTube just for that fucking clip. So think of it, ladies and gentlemen. If Nipplegate didn't happen, you would not be watching the show right now.
And then we got, is it pronounced a Renee rap?
Yeah, I think it's Renee Rapp. Yeah, I've actually I don't think I've ever heard of her, honestly, to be
I
honest with
have
you.
not either.
I wonder if she's brand new actually in the music scene. Let me take a look quick. Uh
What?
It's okay, so she's also an actress, and it says that she starred in a comedy series on Max called The Sex Lives of College Girls. Dude, if you would have known half of the women that I knew at Bemidji State University, dude, they would have been perfect for casting for that fucking show. I'm not kidding, bro. I am not legit. You cannot make this shit up, bro. um yeah, aside from that, yeah, it looks like her music career has a bit is only a couple years old. She has only released one album so far, and there's one due to be released in August. It's called Bite Me. It would just be like, oh, if Aegis starts his music career, his first album will be called Fuck Me.
It would not, for the record.
I'm just kidding, by the way.
It would be something much more artistic.
Yeah. Ha. All right. Next one the next performer was Gloria Estefan. I've heard of her. She's been around the music scene for a very long time. She's an 8-time Grammy Award winner, and she's a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So that's pretty good, man. That's a pretty good resume right there.
Yeah, I guess.
Next up was Alex Warren. I don't think I ever heard of him.
I
Oh,
I haven't heard of I haven't heard of most of these musicians so far.
dude, he was a founding member of the TikTok group, the Hype House.
I don't know TikTok at all. I kind of avoid that shit like the fucking plague.
Yeah, it's a good thing you did because this group, the Hype House, dude, they were. I think if I remember correctly, I think they were the team 10 of TikTok.
I
Yeah,
don't like that.
right. This the next performers was a duo Becky G, and Manuel Turizo. I've never heard of them. They are I think they're supposed to be like I think in the Latino scene, for music, Latin music
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like it's a Latino thing.
Yeah. I don't listen to a lot of Latin music, and man, I should probably start considering doing that, because like I
I
want to expand more of my musical taste for like any world cultural music for my radio shows and whatnot. Like I really want to do that.
see. I don't like a lot of modern Latino music, but there was some good shit back in like the days of fucking oh fuck, what's his name?
David Bowie?
Antonio Carlos Jobim.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Have you ever listened to
Back
any
in
of
his
Oh, go
oh
ahead.
he was a fucking musical genius, dude. Antonio Carlos Jobim.
Have you ever listened to any of Bob Marley's music?
Actually, I have not.
Dude, my parents fucking loved the hell out of him. My parents listened to him a lot. He even at one time had his own type of tea that was like limited time, and I actually have a
Did it have herbs in it?
beats me, man. It's Jamaican tea. So what do you think?
I'm gonna guess that it had some herb in it.
Yeah, Bob Marley, he's Jamaican, and so you obviously gotta assume that because Jamaica, I know, has some really good kush down there, and I've been wanting to take a trip down there just to smoke some of their shit. I think probably if I go with this shirt on, do you think I'll fit in?
Probably not. But
Oh, I'm sure there'll be
that's
plenty.
mainly just because you're white as fuck, though.
I can't help it. I mean, I'm 17%
I
Indian.
mean,
Does that count?
how how deep of shit do you think you'd get if you went on if you just showed up in fucking Jamaica with fucking blackface on?
Oh, dude, Adrian Brody, when he hosted Saturday Night Live, he got in so much trouble because there was a Jamaican band he was introducing, and he showed up there with the same color tone that all them Jamaicans had and had dreadlocks, and he was yelling out a bunch of Jamaican stereotypes. Do you think Lorne Michaels is gonna put up with that shit? You can even look it up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. And Adrian Brody still to this day is not allowed to go host SNL again.
What a fucking idiot.
And remember, dude, this was at the hype of his career because of his Holocaust movie, The Pianist. Not the penis, like you're thinking. The
I was
pianist.
literally just I was seconds away from making
Yeah,
that joke, dude.
I knew you were gonna fucking make that joke, so I had to cut you off and correct you. All right, so to conclude the performers, the legendary Rod Stewart, man. And I want to look at this. Okay, I thought okay, this is his own version of the song "Forever Young." I thought he was doing a tribute or cover of Bob Dylan's "Forever Young."
Oh.
You know. All right, so what did you think of the performer section? I thought it was a decent lineup. Most of them I've never heard of, and maybe I should check them out.
Honestly, not gonna lie. All of them that were on there I either didn't know about or don't like.
Yeah, you and your fucking prog rock, dude.
I mean, it's more than just prog rock. There's some other bands I like, but you're right, it is mostly prog rock
Yeah,
and prog metal, but that's basically the same thing.
yeah, I know. No, but yeah, like I said, dude, like Lainey Wilson, I'm very happy with. Rod Stewart, I'm happy with. I mean, hell, Rod Stewart, I'm surprised he's still going strong, dude. He's 80 years old now.
Damn, that's old.
Yeah, right. Shit, I don't think any of us will even make it to our 80s, especially with how
How
we
much we're drinking.
yeah, not to mention the other shit that we're doing too. So
Mhm.
All right, so now that the performers are out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, these are the presenters. We had a bunch of presenters here, and the first one we're gonna do is Tiffany Haddish.
I
Uh,
think it's Haddish.
yeah, and she presented what the favorite R&B song was. The next one was Wayne Brady, the
Ah,
my boy Wayne Brady. You know
I
that from the
love Win
fucking
Brady.
from the fucking Chappelle show skit that I showed
I,
you.
I I just know Wayne Brady from the fucking Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, I know him mostly
He
because
was
of the
on that
fucking.
show since the beginning, and he's so funny.
The only reason I know who he is because of the fucking Chappelle show, and you know that clip I showed you where him and Dave Chappelle had that
Yep,
night
yep.
out. I'll probably link that clip in the description below so you people can check it out. It's so funny, dude. I want to do like a little comedy skit of just us making fun of that or do a parody of that shit.
You know what? Cheers, dude.
Ugh. Yep. Cheers.
This is for Wayne Brady.
Yep. And be careful, folks. If you even hide a Benji, he's gonna choke a bitch. All right, so alongside Wayne Brady, we had none other than Jordan Childs, who was a member of the gold medal winning team at the 2024 Summer Olympics. So she's a gold medalist. And I believe she was on the gymnastics team. Yeah, but she was really good, man. And I watch a lot of my Olympics, man. And I've watched her perform at the Olympics, and she is really good, man. She was really good. They presented who the favorite female Latin artist is. Next up is Nikki Glaser, who presented the new artist of the year. The next one is a country pop duo by the name of Dan plus Shay. They introduced Lainey Wilson, who is without a doubt probably one of my favorite country artists. So next up, Alex Earl and Kai Senat or Kenneth
I think
presented.
it's Sen. I don't know, actually, honestly. That's a weird last name.
Yeah, they presented the favorite female R&B artist. Blake Shelton introduced the Gwen Stefani. I'm not really surprised at that. Zach Brown introduced the Easy Day Foundation. I don't know what they are actually. So
Never heard of him.
yeah. Next was Tasha Smith, who presented the Icon Award to Janet Jackson. More on that later. Jake Shane introduced Renee Rapp. Heidi Klum presented the favorite male hip hop artist. Shabuzi and Megan Maroney presented favorite country duo or group. Kiara or Ciara introduced Alex Warren. John Batiste presented Artist of the Year. And this is probably the most heartfelt one right here, dude. And this is the last presenters. The children of Rod Stewart introduced and presented the Lifetime Achievement Award to their father. More on that later. So what did you think of the presenters?
Well, like, obviously, it's nothing I listen to, so I'm kind of neutral towards it, you know?
Yeah. No, I could tell, dude, you're wearing a white, so.
Hmm.
Well, because it's a neutral color, so. And then, of course,
Yeah.
I do have white on my shirt, so. Alrighty. Now that bullshit's out of the way, we're gonna break down all the winners and nominees, and obviously we're gonna have a lot of really powerful opinions on most of this stuff here. I know
There's 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 one in particular. I'm not pissed off because of the category I won at. I'm just pissed off that it was honestly even nominated for anything.
Okay, I got you. I there is one that I'm really pissed off yet, and I'm probably gonna blow up my microphone at it about it. So to start off, we're gonna start with the artist of the year. The winner was Billie Eilish. Um, I'm not sure what to really think about that one, honestly. Like I said,
When it
she's
comes
a
to Billie Eilish, I'm not a big fan of her, but like I'm kind of neutral towards her because like I don't hate her either. Just
yeah,
not really my kind of music. It's kind
yeah.
of boring to me.
That's the one thing is like I don't hate her necessarily. I just really don't care about her music, man. But I've so
Exactly.
listening to some of to a couple of the songs that and I thought they're pretty good, man. But I just am not really fully into her. The other the nominees that they had were Ariana Grande. She's really good. Chappelle Roan, I don't listen to. Kendrick Lamar, I'm actually surprised even got nominated for that, but who's really even surprised or not surprised considering the fucking roller coaster ride he's been on this year with his feud with Drake, dude? Like I said, dude, even all of these here, the nominations and even awards that Kendrick Lamar's getting, dude, that just pretty much shows you that he won this fight against Drake. He pretty much won this feud. And I'm going to still stand by that till the day I die, man. Next up, we had Morgan Wallen, Post Malone. They're both really good. Sabrina Carpenter, I know who she is, but I don't listen to a lot of her music. She's kind of the same category as Billie Eilish. I don't hate her, but I just don't really care much about her music. Next up is SZA, or SZA as I like to call her. I'm not, I,
I don't even know who that is.
yeah, she's a, I'm just looking at her right now. She, does contemporary R&B music is what the genre is
Okay.
considered as. Um, Taylor Swift was another nominee. I'm very, very happy that she did not win that. And of course,
Still disappointed that she was nominated in the first place, but
last but not least, we have Zach Bryan, who has been around the country scene for a couple years, but he's really good. I've listened to his stuff, and I even played a lot of his stuff. So, all right. So the next up we got is the new artist of the year. So obviously, a lot of these people we're not gonna really know who they are, but we'll just go with what we know. Gracie Abrams won that. I may have heard of that name, but I don't think I ever listened to any of her music or fully know who she is.
I don't either. I really don't have any opinion on newest art of the year, new artist of the year. Out
Yeah,
of all of them, like I guess Teddy Swim seems kind of cool, but
yeah,
that's all I can really say.
yeah. Um, Benson Boone, Chappelle Roan, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims, and Tommy Richmond are the other nominees. Like I said, man, they're all new artists, so I just don't know what to tell you, people. I just don't know. So, next up, we got his album of the year. Billie
Hmm.
Eilish won that with her album Hit Me Hard and Soft. I've listened to I've listened to some of a couple songs and I thought they were really good. They almost sound so you look at the artwork for this album cover and you listen to the music, doesn't it feel like it has a dreamy like vibe to it?
I can kind of see that, but I found the album pretty fucking boring. I mean, Birds of a Feather was decent, but like
Yeah.
compared to the shit I usually listen to, it was like it just didn't keep my attention. It was like I listened to part of it and I just got bored.
Dude, dude, do you know what I would which album I would compare this one to?
What?
Kid A by Radiohead.
Yeah,
I actually would compare both them albums together. I don't know why. It's just because of the dreamy like vibe to it, and just like just like with Kid A, when I was listening to the album at work, dude. I almost fell asleep halfway through that album. So obviously, there are two albums here that I'm gonna save for last because I do have a lot of stuff that I need to say about these. But I'm gonna start off with these ones. Chappelle Roan, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. I actually like the name of that album cover. She's one of the other new artists and whatnot, so I really wouldn't know. Charlie XCX and Brat.
Get that shit away from me. Get that shit away from me.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. Hey, I know what'll cheer you up, man. A little bit of Remedy right here. Dude, I know how much you fucking hate the album cover, but please remind us again. Please remind us all again.
Give me a second.
Give him a second, folks.
That album cover is the laziest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, you see some fucking musicians with these beautiful album covers that they put, that someone put so much fucking work into.
Deer Hunter is
like,
a good example.
Here's a white background. Brat.
Yeah, and it's a fucking Times New Roman, I think, is what that font is, if I remember correctly.
I don't give a shit what font it is. It's lazy as hell, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah, and even then, dude, like you said, with some of the with some of these beautiful artworks that they did, dude, and we talked about this on our favorite album covers thing, and yeah, your biggest example I know for some of the beautiful artwork is done by the Deer Hunter.
Yes.
Like, how much, like, let me ask you this. How much work do you think the artists that made that design put in to make it perfect? Or did they do it themselves?
For each album, they must have worked hard on to make a really good, album cover. And you never hear about them. But you hear about these shitty fucking pop musicians who put in next to no fucking effort on their music and the album covers.
Even then,
they just
dude,
don't deserve the recognition for it.
Dude, even then, dude, it's not even, they're not even using real instruments. They're just using electronic equipment.
Exactly.
Like,
it takes no fucking talent.
Like, dude, back in the old days, dude, all you just do, get like how many people to put on each instrument, dude, and that's fucking work right there.
Once I'm rich and famous and I have my band together sometime, I have a plan to release an album just called Pooping Out a Pop Album. The goal is we're going to make a pop album, and we're going to make it in a week. Just to prove how fucking... Exactly. Just to prove how fucking lazy and just... It doesn't take much talent or time to make a regular ass shitty fucking pop album.
Yeah.
That's the concept for them. This is going to be like, we're going to have a week. We're going to make a really shitty fucking pop album. This is going to be just as good as any other pop album out there.
Let me ask you this, dude. Was this the one album that you were pissed off at?
No, it wasn't. I'll tell you when we get there, though.
Okay. Well, don't say anything, though. I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised at it, so. All right. So, the next nominee that we had was The Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams. She's a... Yeah, she won New Artist of the Year, so even for her to get an Album of the Year nomination, it is pretty impressive if you think about it. We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin was another nominee. Future, the only reason I know who he is because he had a couple songs that were on one of my favorite video games, Grand Theft Auto 5. Which, of course, was played on the one radio station I listened to the most on that video game, simply called Radio Los Santos, which was a hip-hop station,
You excited for GTA 6?
Yeah, I even told my friend Brent about it, and he's hyped up. He's saving his money for that game right now. I
Hmm.
already know that because of how much space there's going to be, I'm going to have to get an external hard drive for it because with how large the game's going to be and then with all the fucking content they're going to add online in the future, dude, you know they're going to use hog up a lot of space. That's what GTA 5 did. I think GTA 5 together must be at least maybe 150 gigabytes worth of content by this point if you download it and download all the updates and DLCs and
Yeah.
everything. So it's probably gonna crash a lot of systems, I'll tell you that. This next one, I was kind of surprised at, but not really surprised. GNX by Kendrick Lamar. It was a surprise album that he dropped literally out of nowhere, like Eminem did with his albums Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered By. But yeah, this was helping Kenya KL cap off a great year in 2024. Next up, we have Post Malone's F1 Trillion, which was an album that really did deserve the nomination, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, out of all the albums we've listed so far for this category, F1 Trillion is probably the only one that I don't actually violently dislike.
yeah,
I mean, I'm probably not just gonna listen to it, but
yeah. My nephew is
it
such
wasn't that
a
bad.
my nephew is such a diehard Post Malone fan, and he loved the hell out of the album, you know? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're having technical difficulties. We'll be right
There we
back.
go.
Oh,
I
never
just had
mind.
to restart my camera.
I got you, man. All right, so last one before I get to the two that I want to discuss for the nominations. Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. Um, I have listened to this album and yeah, I'm not crazy if I'm not crazy for it, but no, it is what it is kind of thing. It's like one of those meh kind of things. Yeah, but Sabrina Carpenter, I know she's pretty good in music. All right, so now we are finally to the two albums that I'm ready to shit on. And Aegis, are you ready?
Yes.
Beyonce's Cowboy Carter and Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department, but I want to get you to give your side quick. Tell me about it.
All right. So first off, for bands, it's Cowboy Carter. It's not country. That is pop music. That is hands down pop music. There's no argument to state that it is even remotely country music. It is just pop music.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's the one thing about this fucking album, dude, and I literally want to have my brain bleached so bad that it could never remember the fucking album, dude. And
The only thing country about that album is the lyrics. That is fucking it.
yeah, I mean, how do you even pass this off as a country album? This is one of those fucking fraudulent kind of things. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about this on the Grammy Awards video that we did, which was our first podcast. And to even have it be even among the top albums for like album of the year or country album or whatever, dude, it's a fucking disgrace. And this album is a fucking disgrace to the country industry. And this fucking woman should be ashamed of herself for even making this fucking shit heap. Now,
Sorry, I got distracted. The guy across the hall from me started yelling racial slurs again.
Jesus, I mean, yeah, I mean, and just like I said, dude, and we were just talking about this, by the way, so. Yeah, dude, if that keeps up, dude, you're just gonna have to email the landlord, dude. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell her, dude. If you're not gonna have the balls to do it, I'll do it.
And
All right,
then
so obviously, last
so
up, the fucking Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift.
one note I gotta say about that, Taylor Swift, you think you're a tortured poet? Just imagine having schizophrenia, having autism, having severe anxiety to the point that you are scared that you are going to die immediately, and shit like that. Just imagine having all that being ugly as fuck and writing poetry. That is a tortured poet. You are not a fucking tortured poet.
Yeah,
You are fucking
you're a fucking privileged little brat.
exactly. That's the word I was looking for was privileged. You are a privileged fuck and you have no right to call yourself tortured. You
Yeah,
are
I mean,
anything but tortured.
let me ask you
He's
this.
like, oh
What
no, I'm sad. Like everyone gets fucking depression and shit, dude.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I mean, what did we ever do in this world to deserve her and that fucking dumb fuck of a boy toy, Travis Kelsey, who she's been grinding on the whole time? For what? What did we ever do to deserve this shit, Aegis? Let me fucking tell
We
you this,
developed a
dude.
nuclear bomb. That's what we did.
Right. Dude, here's the thing, dude. She started her career as a country musician, all right? But then when 2012 came around, dude, she fucking sold out.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly never liked her to begin with, but that's just me, you know.
Dude, every time I see her name, dude, I start to appreciate the fact that Kanye bum rushed her during her award ceremony. Beyonce had one of the best of music videos of all time. But it doesn't change the fact that he's a fucking anti Semite, so. Alrighty, so next category is Song of the Year, and the winner was Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. I don't think this was the song that I've listened to, or I think it might have been one of them. Let me take a look quick. I have,
I know
I
my
think,
favorite song of the year wasn't even nominated.
which one, in your opinion, should have been nominated?
My favorite song of the year personally was Oh No by the Decemberists.
Oh no. Or I meant, oh yes.
Hmm.
Just imagine you do a tribute song to that song, but you call it "Oh Yes." I'm just saying, fuck. Where is it that I'm looking for? I'm trying to find the song here. Oh yeah, it is "Birds of a Feather" that I have on here for like a future song. But I did listen to that. I thought I rather did like it, dude. It almost has like that same dreamy vibe that "Everything in the Right Place" by Radiohead.
Yeah, to me that
it's the
song
same
Bird
song that's from their Kid A album. So, but what were
to
you
me
about
the
to say?
song Birds of a Feather was decent, but it's nothing that I'd ever listen to like unless you force me to listen to this shit for a video.
Yeah,
It is nothing I'm going to go out of my way to listen to.
ladies and gentlemen, Aegis Don Levity has exposed me. I'm apparently abusing him by making him listen to music he doesn't like. Motherfucker,
There's
I have
this
to. There is some bullshit that I do have to listen to also because I play some of it. Heck, and
there's this
even
comedy sketch. There's this comedy sketch I want us to do where it's like fucking Clockwork Orange, you know? But
yeah.
instead of like being forced to watch, you just strap me down, force me to watch fucking Taylor Swift music videos and shit.
Well, not only that, but I would make you listen. I would have like your arms strapped down, your eyes like wide open, and then have something that would
And have
hold
like
your
a
ears
headset
open.
on me.
Yeah, and then it would be like the whole entire tortured post department and Cowboy Carter, but somehow do a
Ugh.
mashup of all the songs together.
Yeah, that'd be a good sketch.
That would
The
be, yeah.
whole
It
time
would
just be screaming like ah, ah, ah.
it would be called a clockwork pop.
A pop work orange.
We'll have to remember how to spell that. We're just gonna come up with the most stupidest name ever, man. Okay, so the next one is a collaboration of the year. That's two musicians working together and singing together on a song. Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Um I've
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't mind Lady Gaga at all. But
Yeah.
there is just something about Bruno Mars' voice that just I do not like.
You know,
I don't know what it is. I just do not like Bruno Mars' voice.
here's
I don't
the
know
here-
what the fuck it is, but I hate it.
here's the thing, dude. Poker Face by Lady Gaga is actually one of my biggest guilty pleasure songs. It's really catchy. It's just like it's still rock and roll to me by Billy Joel. Another great song I recommend, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Bruno Mars, dude, I fucking hate him so much, dude. He's just a fucking
Yeah.
clown. There's something else that I want to say, dude, but out of respect for you know that community, I'm not gonna say it.
Say
And
it, say it, say it.
no,
Let it out.
no.
Okay.
But anyways, the point is, he is like literally one of the most fucking annoying musicians out there. Period.
Yeah.
The other
Uh,
the nominees that we what were you about to say?
oh, nothing. I was just trying to remember an artist's name.
Oh yeah, I got you. So good. The next nominations were Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I like that song Luther. I have it on my personal playlist, dude. His
Yeah.
like I've listened to GNX by Kendrick Lamar, dude, and there was something about his music, dude. It has like it ain't that hardcore stuff that he played in the past. It's more like one of those really laid back things that you would listen to if you were stoned. You know, like for example, with Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, you know?
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good song. I thought it was a good song. Next nominees were Miles on It by Marshmello and Kane Brown. Oh, God. Okay, so Marshmello, he's not a singer, he is a DJ. And
Yeah.
he's one of those anonymous he's like anonymous because he wears that fucking marshmallow head all the time, so you actually never see his real face. Um, some reason that fucking face I'm looking at right now, it almost reminds me of the YouTuber Dream.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah. Kane Brown, I don't think I ever heard of, to be honest with you, but Marshmello, my sister Brandy really loves his stuff. I think his music's a little too annoying, in my opinion.
I agree with you there.
But of course, I really can't be biased because there's one song that he did with the Jonas Brothers that I actually do like, and it's "Leave Before You Love Me." And Jonas Brothers, annoying, or I don't even know how to even pronounce it. They're like the Disney World of boy bands kind of thing, But there was something
Yeah.
about that song that I really liked. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, so
Next we
this
have I had some help from Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen.
that's the one that should have won collab of the year right there. That is the one that should have fucking won collab of the year. And let me tell you why.
I agree.
There was
I
something
agree with you
about
there.
it was like it was Post Malone's biggest song from F1 Trillion. And dude, every time I go back home to visit my family, dude, my nephew Trey, I would somehow walk in and he would be watching the fucking music video for that. Have you watched the music video for that?
I have not.
It's pretty good, dude. Like Morgan Wallen, he drinks, but Post Malone, I don't think he drinks, or I think he drinks, but I know he went through rehab, I think at one point in his life, right before his son was born. So, but yeah, that was the one, in my opinion, should have fucking won, dude. You know, I don't know what else to say, dude. Just fucking A, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up was Apartment or APT by Rose and Bruno Mars, or just Rose. I don't know. Like how they say it in different variations or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never even heard that song, but now that Bruno Mars is on there, I am definitely not fucking listening to that shit heap. And then finally we got
I don't even know what it is with his voice, but there's something about Bruno Mars' voice I just hate.
yeah, I don't know, dude. He's like I said, dude, he's literally one of the most fucking annoying musicians in my entire goddamn life. And I wish I could have surgery to remove that part out of my memory of just him existing. So the final collaboration nominee was, of course, the aforementioned or the appropriately named Fortnite by Taylor Swift and Post Malone. And dude, Post Malone, like, this is you and me. If you listen to this, why the fuck would you collab with this fucking bitch? That's all I gotta say, dude. What do you guys say about that?
I agree with you. Like I have some respect for Post Malone. His music's not my cup of tea, but as a person, I think he's pretty cool. Like he seems like the kind of guy like in the future once I'm rich and famous, you know. He seems like the kind of guy who I just like hang out with him, play some magic, you know, drink some beer.
Yeah.
He seems
Yeah,
like a guy I could do that with, you know.
did you ever see like before iDubbbz TV deleted his old content cops that he did a contact deputy on Rice Gum, and at the ending of that video,
Yes.
he actually had Post Malone appear in that video at the
I
end.
forgot about that. It's been a long time since I watched that video, so I don't
Dude,
remember that in
it's
particular
so
happening.
amazing. Like Post Malone, he started as a SoundCloud musician. And this was just as he was starting to really build his music career up, dude. So he was still talking and working with all these YouTubers, dude. And to even be able to have someone like Post Malone in one of your YouTube videos, and not to mention one of your content cop or deputy videos, dude, that's fucking ballsy.
All right, before we go to the next one, I
Yeah,
gotta take a piss because I'm about to go on a fucking tangent.
yeah, go right ahead, man.
All
Go
right,
right
don't
ahead.
even mention the next part yet because I got some shit I want to say.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about here now. Okay, so while he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, we if you haven't yet, be sure to go subscribe to the Intermission group channel. We do a lot of good stuff. We're obviously taking a break from some uploading right now and some video editing. We did record a video a while back, but I'm taking my time to record that because I'm currently playing the story mode for Doom: The Dark Ages, and I want to finish that whole game before I continue back into going back to editing YouTube videos. And I'm the one who edits the videos for the Interabang group. I make sure they are as pristine as possible. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Roger Radio Show, and I guarantee you it's pretty good stuff here. We do a lot of really good topics here. That's music related topics. I may have some ideas for some other videos that I may want to do here that would involve music or whatever. I'm looking to do like bios, documentaries, talking about some of the biggest events in music history. I mean, if you read my YouTube description, it basically says it'll even discuss like documentaries and bios about like bands, musicians, and some of the biggest events that happened in music history. I kind of have been slacking with trying to do that, make that stuff, but I vow to you guys I will get to it when I can. Okay, so are you done masturbating?
Yes, it didn't take me long.
Just the fucking smile that you made, dude. Just the fucking smile that you made, dude. Okay, so obviously before you left, dude, you said I got a lot to say about this. Is this the fucking the category you were talking about?
Yes.
Social
Her
song of the
her
year.
her her name. Well, first off, what the fuck is a social song of the year?
Um, I'm trying to
Because I
think.
don't know what the fuck that means.
Let me look it up quick. before we get into that, I'll look it up quick. I'm actually am interested in seeing what it is. I think it's talking about just real life stuff, like I think it's basically talking about like social issues that are going on in the world. Like for example, like if you're doing a song that's talking about like police brutality, drug use, or human rights issues, that kind of thing. In my opinion, um,
All right, so want to know what really pisses me off?
yeah. What's that?
That the fucking winner of this award was even nominated. Is the name of her she goes by is pronounced Dochi, right?
No, Dochi. Yeah,
So literally, she took the fucking music from an actual decent pop song that I actually kind of like, somebody that I used to know.
yeah,
And then she just got rid of the words, put her own fucking shitty ass lyrics and vocals on it, and was like, perfect.
yeah. Well, what was
Want to know
what was
want
the
to know what award
song?
that song deserved? Want to know what award that song deserved?
What?
Laziest ass song of the year.
Jeez, right? I don't I
Put
haven't
no
listened to
fucking
this
work
song.
into it. Just took the fucking music from a great fucking pop song. I will admit, I don't usually like pop songs, but I thought somebody that I used to know was actually a pretty decent pop song. And then she just took music from that, put her own fucking lyrics
Oh,
and shitty vocals, and called it good.
let me hang on a sec. Oh, yeah, I
Pisses me
think I know.
off.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I know what you're talking about actually. And yeah, the social song of the year was "Anxiety" by Doechii. I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because like sometimes I'll be at work, and
Yeah.
suddenly I'll hear it on the radio. I was like,
Please
excuse
do
me,
not sing
and
it.
I'll
I don't
hear
want to hear it.
I'm not. I'm not gonna sing it.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
I just hear the music for somebody that I used to know. I was like, oh, I haven't heard this song in a while. And I hear fucking shitty ass lyrics. I'm like,
Actually, dude,
nah,
I'll
I don't
try.
want to hear that.
You know what, dude? I know the song you're talking about, dude. I fucking hated the original song too.
Honestly, I actually thought that the original song, somebody I used to know, was not that
It was,
bad. It's
dude,
not something I'd go out of my way to listen to, but it was like if it was on, I was like, this isn't that bad,
I
you know?
fucking yeah. Well, dude, like the original song came out my senior year in high school, dude. And dude, I fucking hated that song with a passion. It was one of the most fucking overplayed songs. I did not like how the song music sounded. I didn't like how the singer sounded. There was a whole lot of shit that I hated about that goddamn song. I can't remember who it was that sang that, dude. My mom told me that the sound of the music was supposed to sound like the music from the 1960s, but I said, you're full of shit. It was literally. It was a song that if it was an actual shit, I would shit it out of my ass and flush it down the motherfucking toilet because that's where
Ah.
it deserves to fucking be at. Fuck the guy that made that song, and fuck you if you love that song, if you people know what I'm talking about.
And fuck you if you liked the Doji's shitty ass fucking remake of it, which
Remember,
was
this is the woman who fucking robbed.
if
This is the same fucking bitch that robbed Eminem of the rap album of the year at the Grammys.
yes, if someone so let's say I made that song somebody they used to know, and she stole the fucking music from it and put her own music, I would sue the shit out of her. I would sue the shit out of her.
Here, yeah, here's the thing, dude. Like Ed Sheeran, who I really respect, dude. He ended up someone. I can't remember. Apparently, he ended up suing someone, or he got sued, but he won the case. And remember, I don't listen to a lot of Ed Sheeran stuff. I don't really care about his music, but as a person, I do respect him.
I don't really like his music either.
Yeah, but I do like him as a person. You know.
I don't know him well enough to like him.
Yeah, he actually appeared on one of Eminem's songs on his 2017 album Revival. I thought he was a pretty good guest on there, but then of course
Okay.
everyone kept calling Eminem a sellout or whatever because of the album Revival and because of the fact that he had like how many fucking pop artists that appeared on there.
That's what Post Malone did with F1 Trillion. He had a bunch of guest artists, but it turned out well, I think.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He did it the right way. Like it was his first time breaking into the country scene, dude. And hey, he ended up reaching out to the right people to help him with that.
Hmm.
He reached out to the right people for that. Let me see
I mean,
who he.
like, I mean, like F1 Trillion. I think it was a good album. It's not that I'd like listened to on my own time, but honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he had the likes of Tim McGraw, Hank Williams Jr., Morgan Wallen, Blake Shelton, Dolly Parton, Brad Paisley, Luke Combs, Lainey Wilson,
Mhm.
Jelly Roll, Ernest, Sierra Farrell, Chris Stapleton, Hardy, Billy Strings.
Say what you will about her music, but if you do not like Dolly Parton, you are a heartless human being.
Dude,
She is
she
such a
is
good person.
dude, she is literally
One of
one
the
of the
greatest people out there.
dude, she is like literally one of the nicest people out there, dude. And you know
Hmm.
what, dude?
And she
I
does so much for charity too.
Yeah, she does, dude. And dude, to give you an idea, dude, I fucking cried for her when her husband of over 60 years died. You know? I mean, dude,
Yeah.
do you know of any marriages in Hollywood that lasted as long as her marriage did to her husband? There is not
Mm-mm.
a whole fuck lot of them today, dude. Anyways, to continue on, folks, for the social song of the year, the nominees were Hot to Go by Chappelle Roan, End of Beginning by Dejo, Messy
I don't
by
fucking know.
I don't know either. Messy by Lola Young. Ooh, a bar song, Tipsy by Shabuzi. I actually do like that song. I actually like that song. And then Million Dollar Baby by Tommy Richmond. For me, dude, a bar song, Tipsy by Shabuzi would definitely be my winner for that. Just saying. But I tell you one thing, dude. For that, dude, if Marvin Gaye would have made the album What's Going On in present day, the title track would have won Social Song of the Year, dude.
So then we got a favorite touring artist. One thing I do like about this award ceremony is they're not saying best, they're saying favorite.
Yeah, but favorite is like for me, dude, the difference between when we did the Grammy Awards video and then this video that we're doing right now, no, it feels like they're letting the people choose who their favorites are. The Grammys, they're just going off of based off of Billboard 200 shit. They're not even letting the fans do the voting or whatever for that. The AMAs
Yeah.
are at least having the decency to do that. You know? Okay, so Billie Eilish was named the favorite touring artist. You know, the one thing that actually surprises me is that Taylor Swift didn't win that, honestly. Because do you have any idea how big her shows, her tours are?
Yeah, but she sucks at fucking performing live.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, dude. But like I said, dude, that's just me. I'm just kind of surprised with that, you know? But then, of course, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, and Zach Bryan, they're all really good on tours also, man. Like, Morgan Wallen stuff, yeah, I don't know what it is about Morgan Wallen. It feels like his tours are good, but they don't feel fully good enough to be award winners or nominees, in my opinion. Luke Combs, he's been around for a very long time, and his tours, tour by tour, have been getting much more better as new tours come on. Zach Bryan, dude, he's been around for a few years, dude, but he feels like a new guy for some reason. I don't know why. It's just me.
All right, and we got favorite music video.
Fuck you if you're a Bruno Mars fan. But if you're a Lady Gaga fan, much respect to all of you, dude.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have any shit against Lady Gaga. I didn't like remember the fucking meat suit thing she did.
Oh yeah. Yep,
I
I
didn't
remember
like
that
that.
very
I did
well.
not like that. But
Like,
honestly, as like an artist, I do respect her. Her music isn't my cup of tea, but I do respect her as an artist.
yeah. She's really cool, man. I know that outside of the work, her personally, I hear that she is like a pain, but I don't know. That's just that's just whatever it is. I think there was like when she appeared on a late night show and she grabbed one of the late night show host scripts and tore it up in front of them and chucked it right back to them. Like, I can't remember, but I like her music, dude. Like, she actually ended up recording a song for the soundtrack for Top Gun Maverick. And that was actually a good song.
Yeah.
And it was, believe it or not, one of the last films, or I think the last film that Val Kilmer appeared on. You know?
Hmm.
But yeah, she also appeared on the second Joker movie alongside Joaquin Phoenix.
Which I heard was not that good.
I really wouldn't know. I haven't watched it, dude. But dude, the first Joker movie that Joaquin Phoenix appeared in, he won and he was best actor at the Oscars for a reason.
Yep, it was the first one was really good, but the second one, I haven't even bothered watching it. I heard it was terrible.
I feel like, in my opinion, Joaquin Phoenix, dude, he was the exact guy who could be a Joker post Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I'm just
He
saying.
wasn't as good as Heath Ledger, but he did pull off a pretty good Joker.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. Okay, now obviously all of these music videos I have not watched. The
I
next,
haven't watched any of them either.
the nominees were "Beautiful Things" by Benson Boone, "Si Antes Te Hubiera Conocido" by Carol G, "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar, and "A Bar Song Tipsy" by Shabuzi. Now, "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar, dude. I didn't even know they made it. He made a music video for it, but I really want to see it now. I wonder how. I wonder how very fucking vicious that music video was. Like the lyrics for it were so vicious, but I'm wondering how the music video was. I might have to check it out.
Right. Favorite male pop artist. The winner was Bruno Mars. And if you know me, there are two male pop musicians that I do not like. It's Bruno Mars and Ed Sheeran. I do not like either of them at all. Do not like their music. Don't really care for them as a person. Do not like them.
Let me ask you this quick. How much of empty-headed fucking dumb fucks think that Bruno Mars is one of the best male pop artists? Are you fucking kidding me? In my opinion, dude, The Weeknd should have been what should have won that.
Yeah,
Like, have you listened to The Weeknd?
I have not.
He's got his music's actually really good. His
Okay.
and I say this like I'm trying to think of this. So he released his latest album called Hurry Up Tomorrow, which was the conclusion for a trilogy that he was making. I think it was called like the fuck. Let me look it up quick. But that trilogy was really good. His it ain't exactly full pop music per se. It's more of synth pop is what it's called. You know, it's like a combination of pop music and synthwave music. That's why I like it. You know? Let me take a look here. I'm just trying to think, just trying to find what it is quick. I'm just trying to find what the name of the trilogy is supposed to be. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't say anything, but the other two albums that are included aside from Hurry Up Tomorrow is 2020's After Hours and 2022's Dawn FM. And I thought they were pretty good. You know? Like, I've listened to The Weeknd for many years, dude. He's pretty good. You know, there is some stuff I really don't care much about, but music-wise, he's really good, dude. He's even did a lot of really good collaborations, dude. He collabed with one of my synthwave artists named Kavinsky. They're the ones that made, that fucking song that was always memed. Can't remember the name of the
Hmm.
song, but you know what I'm talking about. The you know. Um, and then he also did he actually did a song with Post Malone, believe it or not.
Which song was that?
It's called One Right Now. It's from Post Malone's album 10 Carat Toothache, or no, that's not the name of it. Give me a moment. Um, but it's called One Right Now. It's pretty much just about hooking up and fucking and all that. Oh yeah, it's from their album, his album 12 Carat Toothache. But yeah, that song is pretty much about hooking up with someone and fucking them and impregnating them. I'm not kidding. You can't make this shit up. Now, the other nominees, now that I finally calmed down from the Bruno Mars bullshit, we also had Benson Boone, Teddy Swims, and of course, Hozier, who I ended up facing controversy by my radio station for because I flat out said, I don't like Hozier. And remember, I told you this in one of my earlier episodes, is that I had to address it. I said somebody was trying to figure out, hey, whose playlist is this? And I was like, it ain't mine because I don't play Hozier because I hate Hozier. And
Well, I
it's
know
mail.
one thing I don't get about a lot of pop musicians.
Yeah.
Sorry about this, but like a lot of pop musicians these days just make songs. They're like, "I'm sad. I'm not happy. I'm sad." Like, dude, you're a fucking multi-millionaire. What do you have to be sad about?
Hey, I tell you what, folks. If you're feeling sad, I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm just kidding, by the way, folks. Really don't do it. But yeah, dude, like, how could you be sad? You got all this money here, so just give the majority of it away. Look at, I mean, let
The
me
money
think,
doesn't make you happy, then do good things with it, and that should make you happy.
right? But apparently, a lot of people don't want to fucking do it these days. A lot of people keep thinking all these charities are a scam. No, they're not.
They
They're,
aren't.
they're
Most of
at,
them are, some are, but most of them aren't.
yeah. The only ones that were was the fucking ship that Sam Bankman Fried did, and then whoever that one bitch was that was holding something that looked like a pill for your blood tests and whatnot. I can't remember. I guarantee you Trump's
I
probably
know.
gonna. I guarantee you Trump's gonna pardon them later because he's been on a pardoning spree, giving sweetheart deals to a lot of people. So,
Yeah. Once I'm
but
rich and famous, I want to do a lot of like charity events for specifically fucking St. Jude.
if it
I
was
want to
me,
donate millions to St. Jude.
if it's me, dude, I would do a lot of donating to not only St. Jude's, but I would also do it for the Anti Defamation League, National Public Radio, because I am with a radio station that's affiliated with NPR, Public Broadcasting Service or PBS, and also to suicide awareness stuff.
Yeah.
Because
All
remember,
good
dude,
causes. All good causes.
yeah, actual good causes that really do give back. Okay, so let me just, I gotta remember how many we're at right now.
Are we on like favorite female pop artist, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's once again Billie Eilish.
I'm not surprised. In my opinion, dude, I'm looking at this. The other nominees were Chappelle Roan, Lady Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter, and Taylor Swift. In my opinion,
To me,
Lady,
between Billie Eilish and Lady Gaga.
yeah, I was gonna say that too. Billie Eilish, she obviously deserved it. Like she is really on a roll here so far, people. And but Lady Gaga, dude, like I say, I listen to her a whole lot more, man. You know. But yeah, like I said, Taylor Swift, I'm fucking glad she didn't win. Fuck you, Swifty.
Fucking little baby Swifties.
Yeah. Oh shit, I just lost count quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, so we're gonna cover 10 more of these, and then we're gonna take a break. So let's get right to it. Okay, so favorite pop album, Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. The Okay, I'm gonna save this one for last, but here are the other ones. The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chappelle Roan, Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift, and last but not least, Aegis' most despised album, Brad Charlie XCX.
See, my two most despised albums out of all these are Charlie XCX's fucking Brat and Taylor Swift's Tortured Poet Society. I went on my tangent about Tortured Poet Society already, right?
Yeah, and I think you did the same for the
Because
album cover for Brat.
because yeah, because the thing is, I am actually a tortured poet. My memory is shit because of the antipsychotics I'm on.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I even said that or not earlier. Because I am an actual tortured poet. You are not Taylor Swift. You are not a tortured poet. You're a little baby little baby.
You're a fucking entitled spoiled brat
Exactly.
who is doing nothing but grinding on the one of the Kansas City Chiefs. So shut the fuck up. You might as well just
Yeah.
say tortured a football player's wife.
Tortured, privileged asshole.
Tor Taylor Swift presents the tortured
Fuckhead
fuck.
society.
Yep. Taylor Swift, the tortured football players department. Okay. So next up is favorite pop song, "Birds of a Feather," Billie Eilish again. Nominees were "Beautiful Things," Benson Boone, "Die with a Smile" by Lady Gaga, and Bruno, "I Don't Give a Fuck About You," Queer Mars, "Espresso" by Sabrina Carpenter, and "Lose Control" by Teddy Swims.
I hate how all of these are just pop songs. It's like they're trying to tell you these are the songs that you are supposed to like. That's what it sounds like to me. It's like, oh, these aren't the best songs. These are the best pop songs. These are the best songs you are supposed to like.
Guess what,
I
music
don't like
industry?
these songs.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, guess what, music industry? There are other genres out there too that are that should be appreciated more. Progressive rock is one of them. Heavy metal should at least get a lot more
Yes,
respect because there
as I was
hasn't
gonna say is,
because because I've been looking at all the shit for the Hall of Fame, for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and there's a lot of goddamn heavy metal acts who have
d
not been getting the right fucking exposure or respect or honor.
it's not even just heavy metal. It's just metal in general does not get the recognition that it deserves.
Dude, Iron Maiden is still fucking waiting to get into the Hall of Fame, and they keep getting blown off intentionally by these fuckheads.
Yeah, and with
Judas
the fucking
Priest,
Grammys.
Judas Priest did not make it into the Hall of Fame until 50 years after they were born, after they were created.
Yeah, and with the Grammys, they only had one category for metal. And it was just the best metal song. Didn't give a shit about albums. There's just the best metal song. They should
I
have
think,
best metal song, best metal album, etc. You know?
dude, I can't remember. Like, I think it was, Invincible Shield by Judas Priest was one of the nominees, but that album should have fucking won Metal Album of the Year. But it pretty much shows, and I'm gonna get into this once we get to favorite country album because I got a lot of shit I need to say right now, but I'm gonna save the fucking meltdown for the shit. So, god damn it. Okay, so we got 6 more of these that we gotta go through, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one here I am extremely conflicted with for favorite male country artist, but Post Malone, props to you, man. Props to you
Yeah,
indeed.
for me it would be Post Malone, Jelly Roll, or Luke Combs.
Yeah, dude, like I am so conflicted here because these are such great names right here.
Shit, my fucking camera's being a bitch again. 1 second.
Dude, I think you might have to get a new web camera, dude. You should get the same model that I have. I think I have the oh shit, yeah, I think I still have the box for it. I'll have to take a picture and send it to you or whatever.
The one I have is usually good. I just gotta restart it sometimes.
Yeah, but dude, the more restarting you did, dude, it just fucks up the shows, man. Like we're already fucking this up, man. Not only are
Yeah.
we here throwing tantrums about certain fucking people who should not be on here, but Aegis's camera is dying so bad. I'm just gonna make a fucking compilation video of saying Aegis.exe has stopped working. Otherwise, if we end up doing like that fucking horror film where everyone was on webcams or whatnot and a lot of horror shit happens.
I remember that movie, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I can't either. Like everyone was on a Zoom
I
call
never
and whatnot.
watched it, but I know the movie vividly.
Yeah. No, just imagine if we make a horror film involving that shit, you know?
Hmm.
But yeah, like I said, folks, like Jelly Roll, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, and Shabuzi were the nominees, dude. And I am so fucking conflicted at this, dude. I am so conflicted right now. You know, like I am so conflicted, but hey, Post Malone, you earned it, man. And you know what? Post Malone, if you ever watch this, man, I strongly do advise that you continue with the country path, man. You sounded good. F1 Trillion sounded good. My nephew fucking loved that album. He fucking loves you, your music, man. Keep it up, man. That's all I can say. Jelly Roll has been doing really good too, man. Like Jelly Roll, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever have you looked up his background story, dude?
Mm-mm.
He's a convicted criminal with many felonies, dude, and and afterwards, dude, he rehabbed completely. He rebuilt his life, dude. Like it is such a great backstory, man.
Want to know what I have to say to Post Malone if I ever meet him?
What?
Or if he watches this?
Yeah.
Dude, your music is not my cup of tea, but I want to sit down and play a game of Magic with you and have some beers.
No, does he play Magic?
Yes. He There was this one specific Magic card from a set called fucking Universes Beyond or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And there was a one printing of a card called the One Ring in it. That was written in the actual language in fucking fuck what's it called? In like the Lord of the Rings. There was only one of its kind. And he
Oh
paid
yeah.
$2 million for that one card.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, so this next one, dude, this category, dude, I'm gonna try and keep my composure right here. But before we get to the winner, I'm gonna announce who the nominees were. Okay, Aegis?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I already know who you're pissed off at, and I am too.
It's not just this one, but it's favorite country album. And I guarantee you I'm gonna have a heart
Yep,
attack.
and I'm pissed off at that one too.
Okay, so the nominees were Ella Langley, Casey Musgraves, Lainey Wilson, Megan Maroney, and the favorite country artist was goddamn Beyonce. Like, you're gonna tell me that she released one country album in her whole fucking life, and she already was named country favorite female country artist? Are you fucking kidding me?
First
Are you
off,
fucking kidding me? Are
first
you
off,
fucking kidding me? You're telling me you're fucking telling me that she deserved it a hell of a lot more than Ella Langley, than Casey Musgraves, than Lainey Wilson, than Megan Maroney, who has done a whole lot of country music than this woman right here, and yet they did not even win this fucking category? Are you fucking serious?
First off, her album Cowboy Carter, I was not even country. That was pop music, straight up pop music. It should be judged as pop music, not country music. And even as pop music, not gonna lie, Billie Eilish was better than Beyonce.
It's just the one thing, dude. Like, I'm just trying to keep my composure, dude.
These people who are judging these fucking things need to get their shit together.
This is the one fucking issue that I've been having with these goddamn award shows for like how many fucking years I've been watching this. This shows you the fucking hypocrisy that all these fucking judges and all these people in the music industry have been having, dude. Casey Musgraves, her music is considered like country. I consider it more in the folk scene, dude, but she's really good. Lainey Wilson is a much more bigger country artist than all of them, but Megan Moroney's really good. Ella Langley, I don't listen to her stuff. She's a country artist, but you're telling me that Beyonce's a country artist now because she released one single fucking album? This is the biggest issue that has been going on with all these fucking music awards, is that they are not fully understanding the situation and they are not fully listening to the music. You know what? Let me tell you something, and I'm just going to say this quick. It is not the lyrics that define what the music sounds like or what the song's going to be. It's the fucking music, overall music sound.
Exactly. And want to know what I have to say with the music sound?
What?
If it's more pop than country, it's pop. If it's more folk, if it's a little bit more folky than country, it's still country. You get what I'm trying to say?
I do.
Because like a country song with a bit of folk to it is still a country song to me. But if it's a country song that's very poppy, like Beyonce's fucking album, that's pop.
Uh, I'm telling you right now, dude. If we were the judges, dude, for this shit, we would have voted differently.
If I was judged for this
I
shit,
would.
a lot of people watching would be like, "Who the fuck is this?"
This this
You
this
know?
this shows you that these quote unquote music pros, they don't fucking get it. We've
No,
had
because
so many people who have been wrongfully robbed of the awards that they should have deserved, whether it be at the Grammys, at the AMAs, at the Country Music Awards, or the MTV Music Awards, or the VH1 Awards, or the Brit Music Awards, you name it. And this is probably the worst fucking one in my goddamn opinion right here. And give me a minute.
this is the part of our where I talk about how he's eating his actual cat's fucking shit.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I can't remember because I'm on antipsychotics and I'm an actually tortured poet. Did we get to the fucking album of the year yet?
We already did. That was the first thing we talked about.
Okay, because I forgot to say for album of the year, it wasn't even nominated. But yeah, my favorite album of the year was the fucking Decemberists album. Uh, shit. Gotta fucking find what it's called.
Yeah, could you do that right now? I'm just
As it ever was, it will. Shit.
I'm just trying to remember how many we did so far, honestly. So 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah, what I think should have been the album of the year was As It Ever Was, So It Will Be Again by the Decemberists. We're almost done anyway.
No,
Sorry.
we're pretty much like halfway through right now.
Yeah, yeah. I know. If I had to say on which album was the best, it would be As It Ever Was, So It Will Be Again by the Decemberists. It's a
Okay, I
really
got
good
you.
album.
Yeah, I know that for me, dude, when it cut when next year's AMAs come out, if they do like a favorite album, in my opinion, it would be Parasomnia Dream Theater.
That was also a really good album.
It really was. It really was.
There was that one, and then there was fucking Leprous' new album,
Yeah.
Melodies
So
of Atonement. That's what it's called.
yeah. So we're gonna do two more categories and then we're gonna take a break because I really after the favorite after the favorite country album, I'm actually gonna need to take a break because I'm about to fucking lose it right now. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay, so favorite country duo or group. The winner was Dan plus Shay. The nominees were Old Dominion, Parmalee, the Red Clay Strays, and the Zach Brown Band. I really don't know what to say about this one, honestly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which one are we on again, please?
Favorite country duo or group? You know, like country band and all that. You just crashed on me, dude. You might need to check your webcam quick.
Oh yeah. 1 second.
You just, ladies and gentlemen, I think Aegis is malfunctioning right now, folks.
There we go.
Are you good, man?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just looking at this right now, while you're looking at your stuff, but I'm just looking at a breaking story right now involving music. Taylor Swift has announced that she is now the proud owner of her entire catalog of music, roughly 6 years after she protested the sale of her master recordings by her former record label. So I know a whole lot of you are like, but she made the music. Well, that's not really the case, though. Even if she made the
Yeah.
music, the record label who she recorded the music for, they own your stuff. Once you sign with a record label, a record contract, the record label who you sign with, they own your shit. They own all of your stuff that you have done. Pink Floyd, they had to buy all of their music back from, I think it was I can't remember who it was who they were with right but right before Dark Side of the Moon, and it was Columbia who they were with during right after Dark Side of the Moon, and they had to buy all of their music back from Columbia Records. So it
Frank
doesn't.
Zappa had a similar situation with him and his original record that he sold, Freak Out.
Yeah,
There was actually a fire at the place that held the actual fucking music at.
yeah,
So yeah, it was a big fucking piece of shit on his end,
yeah, it
and
really
they
was.
yeah, he did not get the credit he was deserved and the money he was deserved for it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. I know where you're going at with that. So,
All right, so his
ah,
favorite country duo or group?
yep. Like I said, dude, I'm a little conflicted here because I don't know who Dan plus Shay is, honestly. They are considered what's called country pop.
Yeah,
Which I will say, in my opinion, that's pretty much what today's country music is. It is mostly country, but there's a little bit of pop influence in it, that kind of thing. Zach Brown Band, I've listened to a few of their stuff. there's only like two songs by Zach Brown Band I know very well that I like. And then there was Old Dominion. I can't remember. They did a collaboration song with Kenny Chesney about a year or two ago called "I Need a Beer with My Friends," and it's a really good song. I was just listening to it at work.
Yeah.
I like that song, dude. Right now, I need a beer with my friends. Talk about way back when. I mean, dude, it's pretty much like if you're catching up with a old buddy of yours from high school.
Yeah.
You know.
And then we have favorite country album, which is, of course,
Oh.
Cowboy Carter by Beyonce.
Now, before we get to the winner, the nominees: Beautifully Broken by Jelly Roll, Am I Okay, Megan Maroney, F1 Trillion by Post Malone, Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going by Shabuzi, and the winner is Cowboy Carter by fucking Beyonce!
I wish I could yell that loud in anger about this, but my fucking roommate is trying to sleep. Others, I would be yelling my ass off.
Aegis, can
She did
you,
not deserve that one.
yeah, can you please remind everyone here about that album? Or I'm gonna fucking
It's
lose it again. I'm not literally kidding right now.
Carter was not pop music. It was shit. Cowboy Carter was not country music. It was pop music. There's nothing, the only thing country about that album was the lyrics. The lyrics just happened to have like the fucking country vibe to it. The music itself did not sound country at all.
Yeah, yeah. Even then, dude, this whole week, dude, you and I have been talking about how this album is a disgrace to the country industry, how it's a disgrace to
It
anyone in
is.
particular. Like this is probably this album right here is probably the greatest crime against humanity since the Holocaust in music. This is the Holocaust of music right fucking here, people. About the
Yeah,
one
because
person,
see,
the one album that should have fucking won was F1 Trillion by Post Malone, and he fucking got robbed by this. He fucking got robbed. He should have won. He collabed with the right people. Beyonce didn't collab with shit.
there are all these people who worked so hard on their country music to make good country music, all right? And then fucking Beyonce shit out an album, called it pop music, and was like, yep, this is it. And they're like, yep, this is the best country album of the year. Fuck you. It is not. It's just a fucking catchy ass album that applies to all the fucking lovers of popular music. It's nothing incredible. It is okay at best. It was nothing astounding. Am I gonna ever listen to it on my own time? No. And I wish I never heard it in the first place. I did not like it.
This is the one, like I told you earlier, dude. I've told you that when it comes to these music award shows, this exposes the fucking hypocrisy that's going on in the music industry. And it's been
Yep.
pissing me off for God knows how many years, dude. Ever since 2010, 2011, music has really went downhill, and these people are not fucking understanding what real good music fucking is right here, dude. And you know what? To the people who are on this committee or whatever, dude, you all deserve to have your fucking jobs taken away from you. And you could take, and Beyonce, you could take all these awards that you've won this year and you can shove them straight up your fucking ass because you're not a country artist. You're a fucking pop musician who is still married to a guy who fucking cheated on you, who should be in prison rotting with P. Diddy right now for the shit that he's done. And you fucking don't understand it. The music industry doesn't fucking understand real music. This is the greatest crime against humanity to ever happen. And I hope all of you fucking lose your jobs, and I hope your lives are ruined because of this shit. And because of the, and you know what, people? I am so goddamn mad right now. We need to actually take a fucking break right now. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Fuck! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the greatest crime against humanity to ever happen. This is the Roger Radio Show. I need a beer. I'm telling you,
Give
man.
me a second, then I'll cheers you.
Yeah, well, I need a second anyway because I'm filling my glass up. You know, I like to use my signature beer glass here from good old Minnesota Beer Day, courtesy of Old Clockout Brewing. A lot of foam here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Take a look at that head. All right, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm just emptying the rest of this shit out quick.
No, grab another beer. I need another one.
Yeah, you go right ahead. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you hope you enjoyed that rage that I made. That was probably the angriest that I ever been at anything. I mean, oh my god, dude. Normally I try not to get angry, dude, but when it comes to stuff like what we just saw, dude, if these music awards would change their ways and quit illegally giving these awards to people who don't deserve it, then maybe I'll change my opinion. Ain't that right, Aegis? Like, seriously, dude, they need to quit doing this illegally. This should be a crime, what they're doing. Oh, that's a logo on your shirt. For some reason, I thought either your shirt was ripped or somebody shitted on that. You know? Yeah, right there. Okay, so...
the logo.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, so last we checked off, we just talked about what the favorite country album is, which I would say, eh. So now we are now at favorite country song, and you know what, folks? This one I'm very torn on. There are 3 songs, in my opinion, that are really tough to choose in between, man. The winner was I Had Some Help, Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. And you know what? They deserved it. They actually really fucking deserved it. I mean, dude, it's probably one of the most popular country songs out there right now.
Yeah, I was it'd be between that. Jelly Roll is not okay. I mean, I am not okay. And Luke Combs' song, Ain't No Lovin' Oklahoma was not that bad. And Shaboody's bar song was pretty decent too.
Yeah. I mean, bar song, it's a really good one. But dude, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, just okay. Dude, motherfucker, this is probably one of my all-time favorite songs right here. This actually might be one of my favorite songs, dude. And it makes up for the fact that Luke Combs made what I believe is a crime against original songs because he did his own version of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car, which I believe, in my opinion, is a disgrace. Anyone who decides to do cover songs now today, it's a disgrace to the originals. Hell, dude, Aerosmith's Come Together, which was the cover version of the Beatles' original Come Together, that's a disgrace right there. Um,
The only cover songs I like are the cover songs David Bowie has done. His cover song of the Pixies song Cactus is pretty good. Well, it was really good actually. He also did a cover of let's see, the song was called "Took a Trip in a Gemini Spacecraft." That was from Legendary Stardust Cowboy. That was really good. He
yeah,
also did a cover of a song called uh, Pablo Picasso. I want to say it was by TRRS, but I don't think it was by TRRS. It was
yeah.
one
Um,
classic rock
give me
musician,
a
you
quick,
know.
give me a quick
But
sec.
Dave Bowie was really good at making good covers.
I fucked my cabinet drawer, dude. Like, I'm serious, dude. Look at this. What? Why the fuck is all my furniture made out of cardboard?
I mean, that's just how the apartments here are built, you know. One of my drawers is fucked, one of my cabinets is fucked, and my fucking toilet seat's fucked.
Dude, is there anything that hasn't been fucked by you in that apartment? Bernie's not fucked.
Well, I brought Bernie here. Bernie didn't start out here, you know.
Just imagine,
If
just imagine if somebody just left that in your apartment when you were moving in, and all of a sudden you just see him appear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. Oh, let me readjust my camera quick. Ah shit. I want my lava lamp to make an appearance here. That looks better, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, dude, I had some help. That was a good choice. I Am Not Okay by Jelly Roll. Honestly, I did not even listen to it, but it must be good. Here's the
It was
funny
all
thing.
right. It wasn't incredible, but it was pretty decent.
Yeah, but Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, dude. That was okay. So you have not watched the newer version of the Twisters movie, right?
I have not.
Okay, so obviously it's not as good as the original, but the soundtrack, the Twister soundtrack, which is what Ain't No Love in Oklahoma was on, it was a good soundtrack, dude. It was all
Yeah.
mostly, it was basically a country, all country music, you know? It's a really, I mean, I really like that song. It's probably among my top 100, and I'm still trying to figure out my top 100 songs, man. And I know we'll be doing a video on that someday. Don't know when, but you'll just have to be patient, people. You know,
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to go before that.
right? So yeah, okay. So obviously we ended before we went to break. We ended with shit that was bad, but we're actually starting pretty good right here, man. Favorite male hip hop artist? My man Eminem.
Hmm.
My guy Eminem is the favorite male hip hop artist, and he fucking deserves it, dude. What is there? I mean, people, let me ask you this, people. Name one thing you don't like about Eminem. You know, I guess what? You can't because he's the GOAT. So fuck all y'all haters. And you know what? Machine Gun Kelly, MGK as he goes by now, because he's trying to disassociate with the machine gun name, dude. Made the big mistake to go after Eminem and more specifically his daughter Haley, and that destroyed MGK's career right there because Eminem dropped a bomb on him, and it's just like with Kendrick Lamar, who is one of the other nominees. He dropped a bomb on Drake, and I believe Drake's career is just gonna go down and down and down after. You know, here's the funny thing about this now that I'm talking about it with the other nominees. I'm surprised Drake was even nominated.
Yeah, he was.
Like, was it because of the diss tracks that he made towards my boy KL? As far as I'm concerned, like I said, people, Kendrick Lamar won this fight. He won.
Yeah.
Simple as that, people. The other nominees were Future and Tyler the Creator. I respect them. I don't listen to their music. Future, like I said, he had one song that was on, I believe, GTA 5, and that was the only time I've ever heard of him. So, Tyler the Creator, I don't listen to much of him. I can't remember if he's one of those hip hop artists that often has that, the Mike Will made it. You know that sound effect that says Mike Will made it.
Yeah.
I can't remember, honestly. I could be wrong, people. Don't quote me on it. So I could be wrong. Now, the next one, Megan Thee Stallion, the one who got shot in the toe, won.
For favorite hip hop artist?
Female hip hop artist. Have you never heard of that story?
No.
Apparently, apparently there was a incident that happened to her where she got shot in the foot or something like that. I'm trying to see if I can look that up, but I know there was a story about that. And actually, on Eminem's song Houdini, he actually made a reference to that. He said, if I collab with Megan Thee Stallion, would I really have a shot at her feet?
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yep. It was on July 15th of 2020. She stated that she had suffered gunshot wounds and that she had undergone surgery to remove the bullets. And the guy, there was a Canadian singer named Tory Lanez, known also as Daystar Peterson. He was arrested on gun charges following a vehicle search. And yeah, that was what happened.
That's some shit.
Yeah. That was the only reason I even heard of who she was because of that shooting incident. So, all right. So, sorry, folks. I was just getting carried off. I'm on Tinder right now, swiping yes and no.
Mhm.
Even he
And
just
next
knows
is
what I'm talking about. Oh wait,
next is
the
favorite hip hop
nominees.
album.
The nominees we forgot to add: Doechii, Glorilla, Lado, and Sexy Red. I've never heard of them, but Doechii, she was the one who fucking robbed Eminem of the favorite hip hop of the best hip hop album at the Grammys. But
She
favorite
was
hip
the
hop
one
though,
who did. She was the one who did. Fucking. Shit. What was it?
it wasn't Brett, I
It was the
think.
one I was very upset about.
Oh yeah, Anxiety. Yep. Yep.
That one. Yes.
But hey, she didn't win favorite hip hop artist for female, so you're fine.
Still, the fact that she was nominated in the first place for that song pisses me off.
Right? But, dude, this one I am so happy with. Oh my god, dude. We just need a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I just need a minute. I'm having like an orgasmic feel to this one right here, dude. Just
Eminem,
the death
The
of
Death of
Slim
Slim
Shady,
Shady,
coup de grace,
Coup de
dude.
Grace.
Oh my god. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute.
Jimmy go down there and help you out.
No, no. If that ends up being the case, dude, you're gonna see me with my pants down.
Wouldn't be the first time.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the most beautiful one out of all of them. The death of Slim Shady did fucking deserve a hip hop album of the year award, man. And In my opinion, dude, I'm actually about to tear up right now, dude. And I told you this. I told you this when we were talking about our favorite artists, okay? When uh, Eminem ended up making two songs that were a dedication to Haley, man. And God forbid, people, you would know what I'm talking about with those songs, man. Let me just find him. Temporary, that he did with Skylar Grey, and Somebody Save Me. And dude, the Temporary music video, dude. God fucking damn it, dude. That music video, if you've watched it, dude, it fucking hits you to the core, dude. Not only did it show footage of him walking Haley down the aisle at her own wedding, but it showed a video that Haley posted where she revealed to Eminem that she was pregnant, man. And all she did was give him a Detroit Lions jersey because he's a diehard Lions fan. And dude, it said grandpa on it for the last name, dude.
Yeah.
And his reaction, dude. Oh my god, dude, I'm sorry. Give me a moment. There's a reason why that album fucking deserved it. Without a doubt. There's no doubt about it. He had a lot of other good music that he um did listen to, and or that he did play, I meant to say. But those two songs that he did for Haley, dude, is what fucking stole it for this album, in my opinion. And I'm gonna go to my grave still believing that. Yeah, Eminem has created so much good work over the years. Like, there was a whole lot of albums that he has created that made his legacy. His legacy was already established. But I think, in my opinion, at this point right now, ladies and gentlemen, the death of Slim Shady, I think, is his greatest work. I'm going to say it right now. I think this might have surpassed 2000's The Marshall Mathers LP as his magnum opus. And I will take that to the grave with me, people. I promise you, I guarantee it. I will take that to the grave with me. Now that I got that all out of the way, the nominees also included We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin, One of One WUN by Gunna, GNX by Kendrick Lamar, and Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator. GNX, I'm very torn at because that was another great album too.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar did not include those he did not include the diss tracks he made on Drake in that album, but I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, if he would have included those diss tracks, he probably would have beaten Eminem in the favorite hip hop album. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and then we got favorite female hip hop artist.
Oh no, we already did that one.
Oh shit, yeah, my bad. Favorite hip hop song was Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
I'm not surprised, dude. I am not fucking surprised at that, man. He actually did deserve that award. I think he's made a lot of good work, but I think the diss tracks that he made on Drake, I think has has solidified his legacy. I think those might be his greatest works yet. His magnum
Yeah.
opuses are the diss tracks on Drake. And remember, dude, Kendrick Lamar and Drake, they've been beefing for a lot of years, and it finally fucking exploded, and Kendrick Lamar destroyed his ass.
Yeah, and then we got a fucking Future Metroid Boomin and Kendrick Lamar like that. Then we
Yep,
got Glorilla's TGIF.
Glorilla's and Sexy
Glorilla.
Red. What you
Yep.
know about me. And then, of course, Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Luther is another good one. So Kendrick Lamar, dude, he pretty much came big because he was nominated twice and
Mm,
then won one, dude. If you could pull off the same magic he fucking did, dude, you're good to go. You are
mm.
fucking good to go.
And then we got favorite male
Oh, fuck.
R&B artist.
Give me a moment. My beard came on my sweater or shirt.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna take another piss. I'll be right back. If you keep talking, I'll be able to hear you. I got an earbud in.
I don't know what you said, but fuck it. All right, folks, while he's doing whatever, probably masturbating or whatever, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Interrobang group. We do a lot of good content over there. We have our own podcast over there where we do movie reviews. We also have a couple series that we're doing there. We're doing the condiment roulette stuff. That's been a good series. We're doing a beer and wings Hot Ones parody series of our own called Beer and Wings, and we are also doing another series called For Idiots Only, where me and Aegis do some of the most stupid shit that you'll ever think of. At least in our opinions, anyway. I wanted to do something that involved mouse traps, but I actually did put them on my fingers, dude, and they actually fucking hurt. Well, I didn't set them and then put my finger on it. No, I just put in my fingers underneath where the thing was, and it was crushing my fingers. It literally, my fingers were so numb, I couldn't even fucking move them. So, yeah. Anyway, Bernie, how you doing there? What's that? Oh, Donald Trump is a taco, huh? Oh, I know he is a taco.
I could hear every single fucking word she said.
Hey, I don't care. I don't fucking care.
I mean, Donald Trump's still a fucking taco, that's for sure.
Yep. I was gonna say, and now we're on topic, dude. Did you hear that Elon Musk is finally fucking leaving the White House?
Finally, yes, I heard that. Finally, he's stepping out of the fucking White House.
That's step one, dude. Step two, abolish the DOGE.
I
That's
agree
the
with
next
you.
step. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's it. But yeah, Bernie, what up? Wait, what's that? Oh, you want to add some? You want to add some dressing? Do you think Trump should add some dressing to himself in his pockets? Fuck, dude. I would, dude, if I wasn't broke right now, I would definitely go for some tacos right now. I don't know about you, man.
Yeah. I know, I went to the fucking liquor store earlier and I was like, no, I could go for some fucking T-Bell. I was like, it's all the way across town. I want to go that far.
But, dude, what about Taco John's, dude? You get potato oles, man, and I love my potato oles.
True. Potato lays are irrefucking-sistible.
Dude, I would always order 2 larges of potato oles, and I would just be there just fucking up. Um. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had
And
their soup? Have you ever had their super potato lay?
yes. Yes.
That is the fucking best.
I can't even remember how much of their stuff I had. I must have ordered pretty much everything off the menu, but every time I get my burritos there, dude, I always get I don't get like the taco meat. I get steak.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love my steak so bad, and they do a good job with it. I've had their nachos, like the nachos that have like God knows how much, it's like, it almost feels like taco on a platter kind of thing.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had taco in a bag for like a item.
Hmm. A lot of people would probably order that, honestly.
I mean, dude, taco, some reason taco in a bag is such a popular item. I don't know
Have you ever
why.
had their spicy chorizo breakfast burrito?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
also really good.
Really good stuff, man.
Those are the only two other things I get when I go to Taco John's is the spicy chorizo breakfast burrito and the super potato olay.
Right? I mean, I don't blame you, man. Okay, so last we were on favorite hip hop artists, or no, favorite hip hop song. Now favorite male R&B artist, and you know what? I'll say it right now. Well, I'm happy with this one too. The winner was The Weeknd. He fucking deserved it, dude. I believe his album Hurry Up Tomorrow was his greatest work so far, in my opinion. I believe After Hours
Yep.
is his magnum opus, but I think his newest album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, probably might be his best work yet. You know? So the nominees were Bryson Tiller, Party Next Door, Usher, and the Rihanna beater her himself, Chris Brown.
You already showed that meme where it was beatings by Chris Brown instead of beast by Chris Brown.
Yep.
Well, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. But dude, like I said, dude, you could nominate him. He could win whatever awards, but it doesn't excuse the fact that he fucking beated Rihanna of all people, who whose music I don't give a shit about, but she is like one of the most likable people in music, dude. She is that likable, man. How could you beat Rihanna? Um, just give me a minute.
Uh,
So, favorite female R&B artist, the winner was SZA.
SZA.
Yep. The nominees were Kalani, Mooney Long, Summer Walker, and Tyla. I don't. Holy shit, dude! Tyla looks pretty nice. I'm
Let
looking.
me
I'm
take a
on.
look.
Yeah,
She's pretty cute. Damn.
right. I can't remember. I can't remember. Which black actress she reminds me of, but she reminds me of one of the black actresses in Hollywood. I can't remember.
She reminds me of Samuel Jackson.
Shut the
Just,
fuck
just,
up.
just
Shut the
kidding.
fuck up.
Okay, she looks nothing like Samuel Jackson. I just wanted to say that.
God damn it. Kalani. Oh, fuck. Dude, I like Kalani, man. It's so hard. She collabed with Eminem on his album Revival, and the song that she did with him called Nowhere Fast was like one of my main songs on when I was doing my last year at Masabi Range College back in 2017, 2018. Holy shit, it's been about 7 years, dude. Fuck how time flies by, huh?
Yep.
But yeah, I don't have much more to say about this one, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. Okay, so favorite R&B album. I'm not surprised at this one. So congratulations to The Weeknd. It was "Hurry Up Tomorrow." Bam! Like I said, man, a lot of good stuff on this album, man. It is the third the third part of the trilogy that he was making, which does not even have a fucking name at all. Supposedly, dude, this is going to be the last album under his stage name, The Weeknd. He's probably apparently going to go by something else. I think
Okay.
the interpretation of this trilogy he made is that it was supposed to be about the weekend, which is supposed to be like an alter ego kind of thing or whatever the fuck it is.
Kind
I
of like
think,
Slim Shady.
yes, I believe so. And apparently, from what I heard, he's going to try and release music under his actual name. And his real name is Abel Makinen Tesfaye. And you know, there's so many people that like to shit on the weekend, dude. I don't know why, but dude, I really like his music. There's nothing really to hate him about, dude. He's a really likable guy.
And it was like his music's not my cup of tea, but I will actually fucking hate it, you know?
Yeah,
It's just not something I'd listen to on my own, you know?
exactly, without a doubt, man. Okay, so the other nominees were Bryson Tiller, and his album is self-titled Bryson Tiller, and Party Next Door, but the album's called Party Next Door 4. Party Next Door and Drake, Some Sexy Songs for You. And I got one thing to say about that, but before that, SZA Lana is the other nominee. Some sexy songs for you. Let me ask you this, Drake. Do you think the diss tracks that Kendrick Lamar made on you, for example, the song Night Like Us, maybe had something to do with that album title? Because remember, Kendrick Lamar made a lot of fucking savage, vicious allegations against Drake in his diss tracks. And apparently, hip hop artists, for one reason or another, have a tendency to somehow figure out what's going to happen in the future or whatever the fuck it is. It's kind of like the equivalent of if you watch iDubbbz's Content Cops, his old Content Cops, mind you. Do you think they're not? Do you think there's not going to be enough dirt from your past that they're not going to bring up in the diss track?
No.
I rest my case. So, continuing on, favorite R&B song, Saturn by SZA. The nominees were Residuals by the Rihanna beater Chris Brown, Made for Me by Mooney Long, Timeless by The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi, and Million Dollar Baby by Tommy Richmond. I don't remember if I have the song Timeless on my playlist. I did add a bunch of fucking songs from Hurry Up Tomorrow on there, but I have not listened to Saturn. And when it comes to like a lot of R&B stuff, like today's R&B stuff, I don't listen to a lot of it. There's some of it I will listen to, and that's it. But let me ask you this, Aegis. Today's R&B music, it's supposed to stand for rhythm and blues, but don't you think that they would be more considered as adult contemporary or pop music? Because it sounds like that, in my opinion.
It's not as heavily country music as modern day is what country music is, you know?
Yeah,
Most of the song you hear that comes out that's labeled country music is pop music. But with the R&B, most of it can be considered R&B still, but a lot of it still is country music.
right? I see what you mean right there, man. No doubt about it. All right, so next up we have favorite male Latin artist. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to excuse me for like some of these next categories right here. I am not much of a Latin guy, honestly. I probably might have to get into that stuff a lot more. But the winner for failed. Just imagine they have
The winner
something like
for
that.
failed fucking R&B artist is Roger Radio.
He lost to fucking Bruno Mars, who is the biggest crime against humanity since Justin Bieber. Oh, God. The favorite male Latin artist was Bad Bunny. The nominees were Feed, Fayed, Feid, Peso Pluma, Raul Alejandro, and Tito Double P. Fuck, I don't even know anymore. I just do not know anymore, dude. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. Just say whatever you want to say.
Okay. He says he's going to go take a piss. But in reality, he's going to go eat his cat's poop. That's what he always does when he makes these little breaks. He always goes to eat his cat's poops. And soon enough, he'll come back and be like, oh, that's because he's very satisfied with his cat's poops that he has eaten. When he gets back, I will say, oh, I didn't say anything much. But in reality, you know that I was talking about him eating his cat's poops because he is eating his cat's poops right now as we speak.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Yep, I didn't hear anything, so I'm
Good.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure I'm probably just gonna figure that out when I get to it. I don't even go through all the footage, dude. I just do edit whatever and
Exactly.
just send it. So fuck it. Okay, yeah. So favorite female Latin artist was Becky G, and I don't know why, but one of the nominees I think was trying to copy Becky G stage name wise, Carol G. Then we also got Natty Natasha, Shakira, and Young Miko. Shakira, I know who she is. There's only a couple songs that I know from her. That's it. I don't know what else to say, dude. I really don't fucking know. Favorite Latin duo or group? Winner was Julian Alvarez. The nominees were Calibre 50, Frezra Regida, Grupo Freme, and Grupo Frontera. I think those last two names that I mentioned, I think we're trying to copy each other. Or they're just like the Kim Jong family in North Korea. You know what I mean, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite Latin album was Debre Tirar Mas Fotos by Bad Bunny. The nominees were, and ladies and gentlemen, you have to, I apologize if I mispronounce these. The nominees were Dolito Pero No Arrepentido by Freza Regida, Exodo by Peso Pluma, Cosa Nuestra by Raul Alejandro, and Incommodo by Tito Double P. That's it. I don't have much to say.
I don't have anything to say either.
Yeah.
Next was favorite Latin song.
Winner was
Which the winner?
Soltera by Shakira.
Mm-hmm.
Then the nominees were DTMF by Bad Bunny, Gata Only by Floyd Menor and Chris MJ, Si Antes Te Hubiera Conocido by Carol G, and Tu Boda by Oscar Maidon and Freza Regida. That's it. I don't have much else to say, man, so.
All right, and then we got favorite artist, which went to fucking 21 Pilots for their album.
No,
No, it
that's
went
the
to
rock
21.
out. It's
Yeah,
just the rock artist. But
yeah.
dude, I will say this, dude. They're not rock. They're not rock and roll. They're pop. They're considered like adult contemporary, in my opinion. Their music is not rock. You know who should have gotten that? Fucking Linkin Park should have gotten that. Pearl Jam should have won that.
I was gonna say Pearl Jam out of all of those deserve it most.
Yeah, for me, dude, Linkin Park or Pearl Jam. Hozier is adult contemporary. Zach Bryan, who's another nominee, he's fucking country, dude. He's not a rock and roller. He's a country guy. But I do appreciate
Gotta
the
admit
effort.
though,
But Zach Bryan,
gotta
I do
admit though,
appreciate the effort. So
I did listen to all these albums, and
yeah,
honestly, never mind. We'll get there later, actually.
no, oh yeah, is it on the rock
All right.
album category you were thinking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
got you, man. Yeah, I got you. Favorite rock song, dude? I am very torn for this one. It went to The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park. And let me tell you this, and I'll just say this off the top of my head, dude. I do really love the fact that it's like a comeback for Linkin Park because, after Chester Bennington passed away, God rest his soul, we have not heard from them for like how many years, you know? And
Yeah.
then they hired Emily Armstrong, who is the lead singer for Dead Sarah. But remember, Linkin Park was going through some controversy, mainly because Emily Armstrong supported Dan Masterson, who was convicted and is currently serving life in prison for criminal sexual conduct. And he was one of the
And
actors from I think that '90s show, or I think that was what it was. I need to take a look one more time. I want to make sure I get my facts right, people. Um, but yeah, the emptiness. Yep, it was. She was met with a lot of criticism due to her connections with the Church of Scientology, obviously, and
yeah.
the perceived support of convicted rapist Danny Masterson, who was the actor on That 70s Show. It was That 70s Show.
All right, I got a little story to tell you. All right,
Yeah, go ahead.
so when I was in choir, when I was in high school, all right, me and my choir, we went on tour in uh, New York. Okay, and we were going there, we were having a good time, and me and some friends were like, hey, the fucking Church of Scientology is right over there. Let's go into the fucking Church of Scientology. So we went to the Church of Scientology, and they were trying to get us to set up uh, an actual church in the town we live in. They're like, all right, because they're like, how deep in this fucking rabbit hole can we go? Okay. And one of my friends actually bought the book that they were selling. It was called Dianetics, I think. This dude actually bought their fucking religious book. And it was a very interesting experience.
You guys didn't even sit in during a sermon?
They didn't have any going when we were there.
Wow, dude. Wow.
But no, we went inside the Church of Scientology in New York. It was
Wow.
very bewildering and
Was
interesting.
what was Tom Cruise there by chance?
No,
Dude,
but
that
not
you know
gonna
what
lie,
that
I do not like Tom Cruise. I do not like him at all, mainly because he's a Scientologist.
yeah, that's the only part I don't like about him, dude, but he is a really fucking great actor. Dude, he was on one of my
Yeah,
favorite comedy movies, and that was Tropic Thunder. He played as Les Grossman on that.
yeah, I just have no respect for Scientologists.
Dude, remember, Anonymous has been fighting a war with Scientology for like how many years? And Anonymous, dude, they have gathered so much dirt on them, dude. Hell, dude. Remember, dude, the movie V for Vendetta, dude? You have those Anonymous masks, dude, and I want to buy one. I would consider joining Anonymous. I don't know about you. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'd prefer being an anonymous as I would to being a Scientologist, you know?
You know what we should do, dude? And this is just off topic, folks. We should just do our own parody, anonymous parody videos. You wear that one signature mask that you have, dude, and you just say a bunch of propaganda. Maybe that might be something to consider for our next big project that we
Yeah,
will.
yeah, we could do that. We could
Yeah,
do that.
let's keep that in mind. But in the meantime, folks, we are in the final stretch here. We got a couple more categories to go, so please bear with us. Okay, so for Green Day's song right here, I'm very conflicted with this one. I like Dilemma, but in my opinion, it should have been The American Dream is Killing Me for the nomination for a Green Day song. Oh. Then the other ones were Too Sweet by Hozier. Again, I'm gonna say this: they are not a rock band. They are either an R&B band, adult contemporary band, or a pop band. So fuck you if you like Hozier. I don't give a damn. Stargazing by Miles Smith. I don't even know who that is, actually, to be honest with you.
Oh, neither.
Maybe that's a song that maybe I should check out, actually. And then finally, Pink Skies by Zach Bryan. Again, like I said, dude, I'm very conflicted because Zach Bryan feels more like a country or folk artist than a rock guy. You know? Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to get to one here that's very controversial. Clancy by 21 Pilots won Favorite Rock Album. The nominees were Nine Lives by Co Wetzel, Submarine by the Marias, Unreal Unearthed by Hozier, and The Great American Bar Scene by Zach Bryan. You know, I just gotta say this, people. I just need to fucking say this. Hozier Unreal Unearthed does not deserve to be on this category, and The Great American Bar Scene by Zach Bryan. No disrespect to you, Zach Bryan, but that does not belong on here either. It's more of a. It feels like it feels more country. And you know what?
Yeah.
You know how I would say this for the rock albums? The winner should have been Saviors by either From Zero by Linkin Park or Green Day Saviors. And then we had like how many other fucking albums that were also included on here? Heck, even add to like hard rock or heavy metal stuff, dude. I guarantee you, Judas Priest, Invincible Shield, I would put if they even had a heavy metal category on here.
Dude, not gonna lie, I listened to all these albums and not gonna lie, I actually kind of liked fucking 21 Pilots album. I thought it was pretty decent.
Here, like I said, dude, 21 Pilots for me, dude, in my opinion, dude, they don't feel like a rock band. They feel more like well, not a
Some
pop.
of their music is rock. Some of their music is rock, but not all of it. Some
At
of it
least
sounds pretty poppy to me.
I don't know. 21 Pilots, they
Well,
do have.
not poppy, more electronic.
Yeah, that's how I would consider it. They're kind of in the same category as a One Republic. But it's I don't know what it is, dude. Like, it's so complex to even explain, dude. Like, well, One
Yeah.
Republic is supposed to be considered a rock band, right? But they have some electronic influences in that. So what would you even consider that category as? Electric rock or whatever the hell it is? Or what?
Yeah. I think it would be like electro rock, something like that.
I don't know, man. It's like if we ever made like one of them diss albums or whatever, dude, we would fucking do we would just make a diss album to like all the pop artists, all these bands like 21 Pilots, One Republic, and all these current R&B people. I'm just saying. Okay, so favorite dance and electronic artist goes to Lady Gaga, dude. Well deserved, Lady Gaga. I love Poker Face. if I was able to find a way to get permission to use that song, I would actually use that for my intro and outro for this podcast, believe it or
Yeah.
not. It's just like with watching SpongeBob SquarePants or playing Minecraft. Poker Face is guilty pleasure for me, dude. I don't know what the fuck it is. You know? I just don't know what it is.
I didn't really like to play Minecraft.
Oh, dude. I haven't jumped on there a whole lot, dude, but every once in a while I would.
We should start a fucking Minecraft series on this channel. That'd be cool.
Well, not on this channel, just like on anything else, but yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, maybe like on my channel or something. We could do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. No, we'll keep that in mind, dude. But just remember, dude, we
Yeah.
want to try and keep different varieties out of it because it really kills the vibe kind of thing, as I ended up looking up for some reason. Just saying.
Yeah.
But we'll keep that in mind. But, all right. Yeah, the other nominees were David Guetta, John Summit, Marshmello, and your least favorite, Charlie XCX. That
fucking piece
brat.
of shit.
No, fucking brat. Brat.
I don't even give her the satisfaction of being called a brat. I want to call her a fucking piece of shit because that's what she is.
Just imagine we take that album cover, we get rid of Brett, and we just put POS. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just here making a point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so favorite soundtrack, this one's gonna actually piss me off too. The winner was Arcane League of Legends Season 2. The nominees were Has Been Hotel, Mona 2, Twisters, and Wicked. In my opinion, dude, Twisters should have fucking won favorite soundtrack.
I honestly say Wicked should have won it.
Oh yeah, it's the one that has like one of them fucking princess movies from Disney, meaning The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it was based on off an actual Broadway musical called Wicked.
I don't know. Like, is it an actual like? Is this here the actual the soundtrack for the actual film or just the? Oh yeah, it is the film. I thought it was just the Broadway. But yeah, dude. This here's a fucking television series, bro. It's not a goddamn movie. Like, are you fucking serious?
No, it was a movie. It was a movie.
No, it says a soundtrack to the second and final season of the 2021 animated television series. It is an actual TV series, dude. It's not an actual film. It's a television series. But are you fucking kidding me? I don't know, dude. Like, this is the one that really conflicts me. Like, do soundtracks are considered for both movies and TV or just fucking... They didn't even add a soundtrack for a video game, bro.
No. Wicked was a movie. I just looked it
Oh
up.
no,
It is a movie.
I was talking about the winner. I was talking about Arcane League of Legends. But
I thought you were talking about Wicked. My bad.
God damn it, bro. God fucking damn it, dude. But dude, I'm telling you, the Twisters soundtrack, dude, is actually I prefer more better. They should have fucking won that in my opinion, all right? We had a lot of the biggest country artists performing on a fucking album that took place in an area where country is just big and all that shit. Dude, even the music video that Luke Combs did for Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, that was fucking sick. The climax at the end of the music video, it was Luke Combs and his backing band inside a tornado, literally. Inside a fucking tornado. And then Miranda Lambert, like, and I'm just looking at the track listing here. I won't read all of them. But yeah, Miranda Lambert, who was married to Blake Shelton, she did a song called Ain't in Kansas Anymore. Doesn't that sound like an appropriate title name?
Yeah.
Like, remember, dude, it's fucking Twisters. You get sucked up in a fucking tornado and you end up in Oz. And we have the legendary Judy Garland from here in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, say, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. There you go. And then we got the likes of Thomas Rhett, Warren Ziders, Megan Maroney, Lainey Wilson, Bailey Zimmerman, Jelly Roll, Kane Brown, Sam Barber, Tyler Childers, Leon Bridges, Benson Boone, and many, many more here, dude. So if that is not a good soundtrack, people, I don't know what is. This, I think, in my opinion, might be one of the best movie soundtracks since the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man soundtracks.
Yeah.
Yep. Ugh. All right, so we got 4 more categories that we are going to read, and then we are going to give our conclusions. Favorite Afro beats artist the winner was Tyla, who was that one cute looking gal that we were looking at a while back, you know, who was nominated for fucking the favorite female R&B artist. She won that. The nominees were Asake, Rima, Thames, and WizKid. No comment on that, people. All right. And the final full overall category is favorite K-pop artist. What the fuck is K-pop?
Korean pop.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that. The winner was RM. And the nominees were Atiz, Jimin, Rose or Rose, and Stray Kids. No comment on that either. But I'm looking at a picture of the winner RM, dude. He almost, some reason he feels like he's a guy who would appear on either the movie Parasite or the TV show Squid Games.
Yep.
I don't know why, dude. I just don't know why. All right, so we are going to conclude this. There were 3 special awards that were given out. The Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, and the Veterans Voice Award. The Icon Award went to Janet Jackson, Mrs. Nipplegate herself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing about her is that like she was one of the biggest artists of like the late 80s and 1990s, and she was noted for her innovative, socially conscious, and sexually provocative records. So her lyrics were kind of like sexual innuendos or sexually suggestive kind of tunes, you know?
Yeah.
The Lifetime Achievement Award went to the legendary Rod Stewart. Props to him, man. He really deserved it, dude. All the work that he's done for God knows how many years in his whole entire life, dude, he really fucking deserves it. He really does. And finally, the Veterans Voice Award went to Zach Brown. He was the co-founder and the lead singer of the country band Zach Brown Band. And
Okay.
you know what? He did deserve that too, man. He was really awesome with that stuff, you know? All right, so now we finally read off all this stuff. What is there to say, people? I can die a happy man knowing that Taylor Swift did not win shit.
But
But
me too.
But Beyonce won 2 awards that were illegal and that they should be rescinded from her because those award wins are the greatest crime against humanity since 9/11. We also had fucking Billie Eilish, man. She really killed it in those awards. Kendrick Lamar, he got a lot of nominations. He did great on that. But Post Malone, in my opinion, was fucking robbed of the country album, but he did deserve a male country artist, man. He really did. hip hop artist and album. Eminem, you fucking earned it, man. You are the greatest of all time for a fucking reason. The Weeknd, I'm very happy with for R&B artist and R&B album. And yeah, and then soundtrack, Twister's soundtrack got robbed. Like I said, people, this gives you some of these award wins gives you the idea of the fucking hypocrisy that's going on, man. And these music awards need to get their shit together. They really do. There's a lot of reasons why so many fans are getting pissed off at you. Get your fucking shit together. What are your final thoughts?
These fucking music awards are fucking BS, and they don't actually give credit to the bands and artists that actually deserve the credit, you know?
Without a doubt, dude. Without a fucking doubt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this podcast. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. There is a huge project that Aegis and I are going to be doing, not on this channel or on the Intermission Group channel. It's something new that we're going to do, but we will update you when we are ready to do so. But if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Roger Radio Show today if you want to see more music-related content from me. And yeah, that's it. But Aegis, you got anything you want to say about your channel?
No? Well, yeah, of course, subscribe to the Intermission Group for putting out good content, interesting shit, you know. Not really much else to say. Just go subscribe to the Intermission Group. We got good content. Put a lot of work into it, so it means a lot.
Hell yeah, man. Well, before we sign off, dude, cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Thank you all so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, ta-ta for now.
Peace.